Catholic world. Brought to you by Newsnet.
The Catholic world waits in prayer and silence for the final journey of its beloved pontiff, Pope Francis. Tributes and condolences keep pouring in from across the world. There were numerous memorial masses and prayer services held all over India. In Mumbai, the Archdiocese of Bombay held an interfaith prayer service on Friday. The event took place at the Archbishop's house. Leaders from 6 major religions joined hands in prayer. The governor of Maharashtra and foreign diplomats also attended. They gathered to honor the Pope's legacy and promote unity. Martin Meyer, Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, praised the Pope as a peacemaker.
The Archdiocese of Agra held a solemn requiem mass at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception on Thursday. Rafi Manjali, Archbishop of Agra, presided over the liturgy.
On 24th April, the Karnataka Regional Youth Commission (KRYC) held an online condolence meet to honor the life and legacy of His Holiness Pope Francis. The Archdiocese of Bhopal held a requiem mass and floral tribute at the Co-Cathedral of Our Lady of Assumption Church in Bhopal, under the leadership of His Grace Archbishop Dureraj SVD. In Andhra Pradesh, Holy Masses were celebrated at Infant Jesus Church in Mandigiri and Sacred Heart of Jesus Church in Sukravaripeta, in the Diocese of Kurnool, on 25th April, for the repose of the soul of His Holiness Pope Francis.
Catholic world. Brought to you by Newsnet.
President Draupadi Murmu arrived in Vatican City today for Pope Francis' funeral. The ceremony is set for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Rome time, that is 1:30 p.m. India time, in St. Peter's Square. She leads India's delegation, including Ministers Kiran Rijiju and George Kurian, and Goa Deputy Speaker Joshua De Souza. Murmu will offer condolences on behalf of India.
Rahul Gandhi, leader of the opposition, visited the Apostolic Nunciature in New Delhi to offer his condolences following the passing of His Holiness Pope Francis. During his visit, Gandhi expressed his sympathy and paid respects to the late Pope, reflecting on his leadership and contributions to the global Catholic community.
In Benaulim, Goa, the Conference of Catholic Bishops of India launched the Basilica Rectors Association. The association unites rectors of 29 basilicas, including the Basilica of the Sacred Heart of Jesus in Pondicherry and the Basilica of Our Lady of the Rosary in Bandel, Kolkata. It is to promote unity and enhance pastoral practices. Father S. Pichamuthu from Pondicherry was elected President, Father John from Kolkata, Secretary.
News from Sankhol, Goa. On April 24, 2025, the Holy Family Sisters launched a devotion to their founder, Father Faustino de Souza, with a Eucharistic celebration. The event kicks off a spiritual movement to honor his legacy. The faithful are encouraged to seek favors through his intercession. Father Peter Fernandez led the service, urging followers to live with holiness and hope, inspired by the late Father Faustino's life.
One of the most poignant tributes comes from Burkina Faso, a West African nation racked by turmoil in recent years. Its young president, Ibrahim Traoré, has penned a remarkable open letter reacting to Pope Francis's death. President Traoré, a Muslim by faith, nonetheless admired Pope Francis as a global moral leader. Its words capture the depth of emotion felt across Africa.
Your Holiness, Pope Francis, I write to you not with ink, but with tears of gratitude and sorrow. In the early hours of this morning, as the sun rose over the Sahel, I learned that you had journeyed from this world. My heart is heavy, for we have lost a guiding light. I am a Muslim man and the president of a proud African nation. Yet today I feel I have lost a father and a friend. When my people suffered, when terrorists struck our churches, when drought and hunger visited our villages, you, Pope Francis, did not remain silent. You spoke our names in your prayers at the Vatican. You consoled us from afar. I remember the telegram you sent after the attack in Dablo in 2019, when innocent worshippers were slain in church. You called it senseless brutality and prayed for us. Those words were a balm on our wounds. You made the world see our pain when it would have been easy to overlook a small country like ours. Holy Father, I think of your visit to the Central African Republic in 2015, when you bravely walked a land torn by Christian-Muslim conflict. You removed your shoes and entered the mosque in Bangui, embracing the Imam as brother. That day, you showed Africa and the world what true peace could look like. Though you never came to Burkina Faso, your spirit was felt here. You sent Cardinal Philippe to us with messages of peace. You named our own humble priest, Cardinal Zungrana, as one of your advisors. You always had time for Africa. I recall your gentle smile when we met briefly at the Vatican last year. I was a young leader, uncertain and burdened by my nation's troubles. You took my hand in yours, your frail hand that had blessed so many, and you said, "Courage, my son, continue to work for justice and harmony." Those words remain etched in my soul. You likely didn't remember me among the many, but I will never forget that moment. In our tradition, when a great elder passes, we do not say they are gone. We say they have returned to Allah, returned to God. I believe you have returned to God, whom you served with every ounce of your being. Your life was a testament that to serve God is to serve humanity, all of humanity, not just those who share one's creed. Thank you, Pope Francis. Thank you for loving the poor man in Burkina Faso as much as the prince in palaces. Thank you for defending the dignity of refugees from Africa who knock on Europe's door, reminding the world that we are all one human family. Thank you for the times you spoke of the Sahel in your prayers, and for your constant calls to end the violence that plagues our region. You were geographically far, but in spirit you stood beside us in our darkest hours. As I join the world in mourning you, I also whisper a prayer that the seeds you planted will grow. May the next Pope carry forward your torch of compassion. In Africa, we dare to hope that one day, the Church might choose a shepherd from our continent. If not now, then in God's good time. But regardless of origin, we pray the new Holy Father will walk the path you paved. Carry forward your torch of compassion. In Africa, we dare to hope that one day, the Church might choose a shepherd from our continent. If not now, then in God's good time. But regardless of origin, we pray the new Holy Father will walk the path you paved, a path of simplicity, of reaching across divides, of prioritizing the least among us. Rest in peace, humble Father. The winds of the desert carry our farewell to you. In the evenings of our land, when the sky blazes with the colors of dusk, we will remember how you lit up our lives with hope. You often ended your letters with fraternally, as a brother to all. Now we bid you farewell as our brother, our elder, our Pope. May the most merciful receive you warmly, and may your dream of a more just and fraternal world live on in us. Sincerely, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso,